And SNK games like Fatal Fury and King of Fighters, which is a crossover of Fatal Fury, were both made by Takashi Nishiyama. Specifically, the first Street Fighter game and multiple of the Fatal Fury games, which King of Fighters is an alternate timeline, spin-off, crossover, all of the above of Fatal Fury and multiple other franchises. So if Takashi Nishiyama contributed to writing Fatal Fury, he contributed to writing King of Fighters, which is set in an alternate universe, was this a crossover, spin-off, like I said, alternate timeline. So he made the first Street Fighter and the first few Fatal Fury and SNK fighting games. And basically, Ryu means dragon and Ken means fist. And obviously, Kenshiro's master's name Ryukin, and obviously Ryukin means dragon fist. And it means dragon fist in Japanese, not English. And obviously, Ryu and Ken's signature attack is the Shoryuken, which translates to dragon fist in English. Obviously, Ryu's signature attack is the Hadouken, and Ken's signature attack is the Shoryuken, but they both can use the Shoryuken and Hadouken. It's just that Ryu specializes in the Hadouken and Ken specializes in the Shoryuken. But what's ironic about this is that Ken and Chun Li, best girl in Street Fighter, is in Fatal Fury now. And obviously, as we know, we got Mai in Street Fighter 6. And obviously, everybody's trying to see who's best girl in terms of Takashi Nishiyama's franchises. Well, he does not own those franchises because I believe he left SNK and he left Capcom to go SNK. But he helped create the franchises and hire some of the people who created Chun Li and Mai. So he's the reason those characters exist. But what's ironic about it, Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star isn't Fatal Fury now. Obviously, I'm not a Fist of the North Star fan, but I got into it through JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I did watch the movie. I like the OST from the movie, and not the trash live action game, but the anime movie. Yeah, and obviously the Fist of the North Star anime movie basically is a shortened version of Fist of the North Star, not Fist of the North Star 2, which, as you can guess, that's the Naruto Shippuden Dragon Ball Z of Fist of the North Star. But yeah, I'm a casual fan to intermediate fan of Fist of the North Star, but like, you know, I don't really consume anything outside of the movie, and I do need to get caught up on Fist of North Star 2. The manga has good art and even good writing before, basically Shonen Jump, you know, forced them to continue it after all of the plot points were completed. And that's how Fist of North Star 2 became a thing. The writer did a okay to, good, not great job on the story, but Fist of North Star is never about story anyway. It's called Fist of the North Star, so you can guess why he would be in a Fatal Fury game, was Fist get real fatal. Yeah. That's the apocalypse from Fist of the North Star. That's the I never watched Mad Max, but Scourge from Rise of the Beast. Let me search up his Scourge, which is my favorite Transformers villain. That's concept art, and this is the actual completed art for his upper body. His vehicle mode is actually it's the same vehicle mode as Optimus Prime from 2007, but it's basically like an evil post-apocalyptic version of that. And basically, it's based off the war rig from Mad Max. But I've never watched Mad Max. I did watch Ninja Turtles 2012, which the 2003 Ninja Turtles is better, which the final arc slash season slash TV special TMNT 2012 is inspired by Mad Max. But yeah, Scourge's vehicle mode is based off on the war rig and Megatron. Megatron from TF3 Dark of the Moon. His vehicle mode is based on the war rig too. It even has, a trailer like the war rig though. And that's one of my favorite vehicle modes for Megatron. So it is cool actually. I do like the desert post apocalyptic setting though from Mad Max, as we've seen it, in the Transformers movies, which, that's one of my favorite franchises, and Scourge is my favorite villain based off of a Mad Max vehicle. So, I do like the setting of the trailer. You got the Raiders from the Apocalypse are going through it all and actually there are like in this video that said animes that inspired Fist of the North Star. They got Strohenheim from JoJo's, who inspired Gao's haircut. Even though Gao's character is more similar to Polnareff, but that's besides the point. But what is ironic about that is that JoJo's inspired Fist of the North Star. This is Shin. This is Kenshiro's brother. He's actually one of the inspirations for Dio's character. The long blonde hair, the fact they're both flamboyant. They both have long hair, which long hair is not gay. For a man, because like tons of masculine dudes have long hair, but when you got all this silky gel in there, it does. But I mean, this dude's white, so his hair may not even be curly. You know what? This dude's probably like a full blooded white man. This dude probably ain't like like Nick Fuentes dude. His hair is naturally silky, so I don't think he put like any grease in there or nothing. But even with the fur, and stuff in the tight clothes, like Dio actually um no Diddy, he actually goes both ways, and this dude actually inspired Dio because he got rejected by Kenshiro's girlfriend. He's mad about it the same way Dio was mad at Jonathan in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the first arc, Phantom Blood, and he basically sexually harasses Jonathan's wife slash fiance slash girlfriend or whatever. This dude kidnapped Kenshiro's girlfriend, which is a form of sexual harassment, even though he didn't do it, he probably was. But, I can't say essay on YouTube, but I can say sexual harassment on YouTube. Obviously, essaying is like, that's a whole different category of a crime. Yeah, here's Kenshiro. On top of that, Shin and Kenshiro are also adopted brothers, but that's pretty obvious because as you see, Kenshiro obviously his like physique and fighting style is obviously based off Bruce Lee, and his outfit's based off the main character from Mad Max. Don't ask me who that is. I did not grow up in the 80s. And excuse me, on top of that, I don't even like Mad Max. In case some of y'all forgot, I said that was I'm kind of talking fast. And it could be difficult to understand. But Kenshiro's faces are inspired by and his sunglasses are inspired by Sylvester Stallone. and he mainly starts wearing the sunglasses and like Fist of the North Star too. So like I don't think Kenshiro and Shin could be related. I mean Kenshiro is literally like a Asian and Shin is obviously like white. So like same way Leo's Jonathan's adopted brother, Kenshiro and Shin are adopted brothers. Or adopted fathers. And moving on, I can move into Raiders of the State.
お前
Oh,
は
this is the
もう
scene like
死
the
んでい
narrator,
る。
the famous general already said. But yeah,
もう
this
一度言
brings
って
like
おく。
Onion.
北斗神拳は無敵だ。
Okay, yeah, we can't even find this thousand April. Wait, not April. Anime coming in 2026, so it don't gotta be April. Said anime fast. They got characters and stuff. So this is Golden, and I'm watching some people actually this video from Ranting for Vengeance, which as we know, like I've trolled and said like I'm the black ranting for vengeance with the rage baiting, but this dude ranting for vengeance, bro. Like I could have a whole like roast session on him, but you know he likes to cry and roast people and stuff, and he always loses his roast, and then he probably wants to like report people for disagreeing, but he's saying CGI SHIT. First of all, bro, just because something CGI, that doesn't mean the anime is bad. A lot of CGI anime have bad animation because it's rushed, but you look at Trigun Stampede, like that was some good CGI. And even look at Gonzo, the same people who animated Afro Samurai, a hood classic created from Asians and blacks actually working together. Studio Gonzo, Transformers Cybertron. Obviously, all of the Transformers and Transformers Cybertron in like 95% of the scenes were in some okay CGI. Studio Gonzo animated Transformers Cybertron, which is called Galaxy Force in Japan, Studio Gonzo in Japan, right? Like, like on the Transformers wiki, and the Transformers wikis are very accurate. It's very accurate. Like they actually have actual like fans and even like input from actual interviews of people who made Transformers anime in Japan and cartoons in America. But Gonzo, you know, this is actually like official. And obviously you can tell it's Gonzo because the human characters are like obviously animated the best, but if you look at Transformers Cybertron in the CGI, it's okay. Obviously, you know, the English posters are not that good as much. Basically using okay, this is a scene. This is a scene. I want to get like better posters. This is a scene like it's blurry, but as you can tell, like the human characters are like animated like nearly perfectly. Plus, Galaxy Force is let me check the OST, but like yeah, the Japanese posters are way better. But I mean, the show's made in Japan. Usually, the Japanese art's gonna be better. But like but the Galaxy Force intro is pretty good. I believe is the second one. Yeah, the second opening is great, but as an example, like CGI anime can work. So if anybody, anybody who happens to be a Fist of the North Star fan, like ranting for vengeance, who like that dude is like, I'm not gonna go all in him on him. Pause. No Diddy on the rage baiting was that dude. That dude definitely be he's an emo. He definitely put on some black lipstick and paint his nails. So I better watch how I say that. I think that dude is like a self denial, like a self hating gay myself. But I'm straight, so like I can't say for sure, but that's my thoughts on the Fist of the North Star anime that's coming out. Like if it has okay animation, be thankful. Because we used to like not even get anime half the time in America. And if we did, the stuff was either okay at best, or if it was animated okay or animated good, it would be translated bad. But those are my thoughts on Kenshiro being in Fatal Fury, which I'm gonna cop that because Kenshiro's in there now, and plus you got like Chun Li and Mai, you know, you got the two best girl rivals in the game, so I'm gonna cop Fatal Fury be going on sale. Seems more fast paced than Street Fighter Six, but that's besides the point. I'm hyped for Fatal Fury in the Fist of North Star anime and Kenshiro in Fatal Fury, and it is ironic because the creator of Street Fighter and the early Fatal Fury games were actually inspired by Fist of the North Star in multiple anime, so that's cool. But peace.